The sun rose gently over a quiet wooden cabin tucked deep in the countryside. The trees swayed, birds chirped lazily, and the open window on the top floor welcomed in the cool morning breeze. Inside, Bruno the Bernese mountain dog stared out at the peaceful view, taking in the first breath of holiday freedom. He imagined long walks, soft sand, good food, and finally no chaos. Unfortunately, Max also had plans. Max, a husky with endless energy and even more questionable decision-making skills, crept up behind his brother with a mischievous grin. Before Bruno could turn around, Max gave one light but very intentional shove. Bruno toppled forward, yelping in shock, falling right out the open window and into the bushes below. For a moment, everything was silent, just rustling leaves and the faint breeze. Then Bruno's head slowly popped back up from the bushes, twigs stuck in his fur, eyes wide in betrayal. Max casually sat by the window, pretending he'd just been enjoying the view the whole time. Bruno narrowed his eyes. This could not go unpunished. He marched back inside, grabbed the first object he saw, a pen, and with the accuracy of a trained ninja, he launched it into the air. The pen spiraled dramatically and smacked the wall right next to Max's head. Max jumped, gasped, then proceeded to act like he was the true victim of the situation. Bruno smirked. Justice served. But even brothers at war need breakfast. A little while later, the two dogs arrived at a cozy local cafe. Bruno, still slightly offended, but big-hearted as always, ordered a cooked breakfast, not just for himself, but for Max too. Max's tail wagged instantly. He knew he didn't deserve it, but Bruno believed starting the day with kindness was better than continuing a feud. They sat by the window, paws up, watching people walk past as they tucked into their meal. Bruno savored every bite. Max inhaled his like a vacuum cleaner set to maximum power. Fed and reunited, the brothers were ready for adventure. Next stop, the arcade. Inside, bright lights flickered, music blared, and Max immediately sprinted toward every machine at once. Bruno tried his best to play calmly, stacking tickets and choosing games with strategy. Max preferred games that flashed, made loud noises, or had a button he could hit repeatedly with his paw. Together, they bounced from claw machines to air hockey to coin pushers, creating mild chaos and an impressive amount of laughter. After burning through their energy and nearly all their dignity, they headed back to the car for a road trip to Tenby. The ride was peaceful. Bruno watched the scenery, ears flopping in the wind. Max stuck his head out of the window like a canine supermodel, pretending he was filming a travel commercial. Soon they reached the seaside town, full of little shops, ocean views, and salty sea air. They wandered through boutiques, sniffing everything from candles to handmade soaps, then walked along the beach, paws sinking softly into the sand. Waves rolled against the shore, and for a moment everything felt calm again. No pins flying, no windows involved, just two brothers enjoying the world. But all adventures must pause eventually. Back in the car, Bruno dozed off, tired from walking. Max sat proudly at the wheel, pretending he was the one driving them safely home, even though everyone knew he'd probably crash into the nearest ice cream stand. Finally, they returned to the cabin just as the sky turned golden. Without hesitation, they jumped straight into the hot tub, still wearing their holiday clothes, letting the warm water bubble around them. Steam rose into the cool evening air, fireflies flickered, and the chaos of the day melted away. Max floated aimlessly, eyes half closed. Bruno rested his head on the edge, finally relaxed. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then Bruno sighed softly. Maybe tomorrow we don't push anyone out of a window, he said. Max grinned, splashing water. No promises. The sun set over the cabin and the forest settled into quiet once again, ready for whatever trouble the dogs would bring in the morning. Because adventures end, but chaos continues. The cheeky holiday, day one complete.